Hey guys, this is your boy Markcoos, and welcome back to the Markcoos Mafia episode number 29. And the first match of this episode will be a special match. His team strength was quite low compared to mine, but his rating was much higher. He has Cavani up front, Eto, Torj, Delph, Yanga and Bia. Rogan in goal was absolutely terrible. Negli, Guarin. He had like a really pretty beast team. So, straight into this stuff. Okay, straight into the match. Ivanovic and Brunt, of course, kicking off. And he had many chances, but he played some sweaty football. I mean, look at this. Eto through on goal, pass back to Cavani, and Cavani hits it wide. That's what you get. Karma, you prick. So from that, he ends up shooting again with Cavani, and he gets a corner kick. From the corner kick, you know how lethal I am with my counter-attacking football. So he selects Roderick, and Seon Gokhan just heads it away. Maki here does a little trick in the box, passes out to Ivanovic. Ivanovic just like, I'm away, passes it up to Gary Hooper. Gary Hooper's just like, Ivanovic, make the run. And Ivanovic makes the run, and through on goal. Ivanovic just like, thank you very much. Through on goal, and he just pops it back past Rogan. So I'm 1-0 up after 8 minutes. I'm just like, this is going quite well. And here, he has a chance, and he sort of just messes it up more or less. And then, like, over and over again, I sort of just kept getting the ball to Brunt and Maki and having shots from long range. And his keeper made some pretty good saves for quite a poor rated keeper. I think it was like 62 or something. I mean, Jake Livermore here again gets the ball back to Chris Brunt. Brunt doesn't even take a touch, just hits it. And the keeper makes a pretty good save. I mean, it wasn't even going in, I don't even think it was, but hey. Anyway, he plays it for ball through to Eto. I'm just like, alright, he's probably going to score. But Frezzolini comes out with a big save. He makes a couple of big major saves in this game as well as in the rest of the episode. But Chris Brunt, they're trying to get a shot away, can't get away. Brunt takes a corner kick, comes to Ivanovic, he has a header and it hits off the bar, not off the post, sorry. How unfortunate can you be? But Ivanovic slide tackles, get the ball out of play, and the half-time whistle goes, and I'm winning 1-0. So that's not that bad. I've had 9 shots, 4 on target. He has 4 shots, 3 on target. And the possession is equal across the board, 50-50. But as you see, my passing completion is 74% compared to his 69. So I go into the game plan, and as you can see, he put Van der March up front. So I'm just like, I was thinking, what the hell am I going to do? Because, you know, considering the fact that Van der March is pretty difficult to control due to the fact that he is one of the best strikers in the game, even though his rating is very low. So I was trying to make me take off Chris Brunt, but no. Brunt was a bit tired, so it sort of made sense, but there was no real space for him, so I put Seon Gokhan at centre back to sort of limit the threat of Van der March, and put Livermore in defensive midfield, and Maki and Hooper come back a little bit more. So I basically play quite a lot of defensive football with Ivanovic up front by himself, but I end up changing this. I take out Chris Brunt, and I bring in Kevin Doyle, and Kevin Doyle plays up front with his red rating, his red form, and Ivanovic becomes a attacking midfielder. So, like, Ivanovic's not the best at attacking midfield, but he does his job. So, in the second half, 60 minutes, he gets a shot with Cavani, gets a corner kick, corner gets cleared, comes back, another corner kick. Roderick ends up headering it on. Van der March somehow gets a header on target, and Frezzolini can't keep it out. And I was just like, oh god damn it. So, basically, he just kept playing ultra attacking football. That's fair to him. I mean, of course, he was playing quite well. But here, Hooper gets the ball, plays through to Ivanovic. He should score here. I don't know why he takes it with his right foot. If he hits it with his left, he probably scores. But coming to the last minutes of the match, I play a free ball to Kevin Doyle. Nowhere near him. Kevin Doyle, I'm just going to keep running for it. There's nothing to stop him. And Roderick ends up giving the ball away. Kevin Doyle through on goal. And he's never going to miss from there. So, yeah, I scored literally more or less the last minute of the match. And here, it's just absolutely hilarious. He tries a through ball, and it's just like, no, Seon Gokhan just like clears it, and the whistle basically blows when he heads it back. Yep. So there you go. First match of the episode, and I win 2-1 with a last minute goal against a guy who had his team wasn't much better than mine, but technically it was because it had Cavani and Eto, but he only had 6 shots, 5 on target, and I had 12 shots, 6 on target, so I deserve to win. In being perfectly honest. And Ivanovic gets man of the match when, in my opinion, Kotrbus deserved that. He did keep Van der March quiet when he came on, as well as Cavani and Eto. I mean, that's a pretty good thing for Kotrbus, a 70 rated centre back. Because it was a special match, I get basically 5 million. Actually, I figured it out, yes, I got 4.6 million, but basically 5 million. So I go out and I'm like, I need to really improve my team here if I keep facing these guys. So I go out and I buy Rasmus Elm. And everyone's like, what the hell are you doing him? He's crap. He's actually really good. And the fact that his contracts are less than $1 million, I was going to go out and buy Elano because I had enough money for him, but I go out and buy Rasmus Elm because his contract is slightly less than $1 million. So into the next match, team strength 753 and his team strength was 735. So opposites in the last 2 numbers. for both teams. He's got Van der Merch, Pierre Aubameyang, Hulk, James Rodriguez, Tim Cahill, Alou Diarra, Negley, Pereira at the back. I'm just like, how the hell does he have all this money but with such a poor team? Because I mean, if you look on the bench, he's got Petr Benov, Zidane, Sissoko, Dyer, Stankevakis. I think that's how his name, Stankevakis. So, like, my team's more or less full strength again. Like, other than Ivanovic, who couldn't play because he was a bit tired. Keating gets a shot away. Gary Hooper here should, I don't know why he went for the diving header, but he went for it. And like, in this match, I really should have scored more goals. I'm sorry for that. My throat is a bit sore. But Gary Hooper here on goal. I don't know why I did this. Look at this. I sweat it. I don't know why I messed up the first shot, but Steven Fletcher pops it. And I think it's maybe because he was on a, like, not being able to score. But here, over and over again, Frezzolini decides to have a poor game this game. And he just tries and just can't be bothered saving stuff. Because you'll see again what I'm talking about. Here, James Rodriguez again gets a shot away. And it whistles just past the post, and Frezzolini's like, I'm not going to move for that. Like, I don't know why. But Downing here does a little bit of skill. Through on goal, takes a shot, keeper makes a good save with his face. So, yeah, Rasmus Elm gets a shot away here. Keeper makes another good save. Downing really should get his head on it. I don't know why he goes for the volley. But again, he tries to ping it forward, and I clear, and, well, if I've been clear, the whistle just blows for half-time. So, when I'm 1-0 at half-time, 9 shots, 7 on target, he's had 2 shots and 0 on target, and I've had more possession, because he just kept pinging it through to Zidane. But he ends up bringing in Van der Merch and Hulk, and I'm just like, Bergardier on Van der Merch, and Mulgrew was on Hulk. And I was like, using a mark settings really does work when you use it on certain players. For example, Van der Merch it worked quite well if you pick the right player to mark, and pick a player who has high responsiveness and all that. But here, I thought he was going to shoot first time with James Rodriguez, and I ended up taking him out with House Sammy. But technically, he was actually going to play it through to Van der Merch, which was a bit gimpy. But again, like I said, Frezzolini did not want to dive. I was trying to make him dive, he just wouldn't dive at all. But here, give the ball away for Bergard, like, oh crap, but he doesn't even take it further than Van der Merch, and he shoots, and Frezzolini actually makes his first save of the match. But here, this is taking the piss. I'm through on goal. If I'm being perfectly honest, I play that through ball to Gary Hooper, and I'm through. But the referee blows the whistle, and it finishes 1-0. So, winning streak is sort of ended. But I'm still unbeaten in this episode so far. Two games, I'm unbeaten, 1 win, 1 draw. And Steven Fletcher gets man of the match, so not bad at all. I mean, Bergard really does deserve it, considering he kept Van der Merch quiet the whole second half. It is quite big, but I don't give him fair play. He had Van der Merch, and he just kept pinging it forward to him over and over and over and over again, which I think is just a really ridiculous, retarded tactic. But again, I try and cancel into my next match, and again, it just pairs me with a guy who's much less than me. And I don't know if this is maybe some sort of glitch, because every single time I've done it, I always seem to get people who are less. And you'll see what I'm talking about in the final match of this. But here, he has Karu, Kurzakov, Iakinta, Poulsen, and Buma, and in goal he's got Gilgen, who are pretty poor players. Other than Iakinta, Karu, and Kurzakov, but he's also got Van der Merch on the bench, and I wasn't really sure why I didn't play him. But as you can see, he has his whole right-hand side of his play is completely deserted. So Tokanagu and would have like a easy game, as Steven Fletcher was on form, so he was going to be able to bomb down that right wing over and over again. So the game kicks off, and I've got Valdivia back, of course. And Fletcher here plays, he tries to play through ball to Valdivia, doesn't, but he plays it back to Ivanovic, back to Fletcher. Fletcher, don't know why he takes an extra touch there, but oh no, well, I can't really stop that. That's a bit difficult to stop. But here, Valdivia gets the ball, plays it to Ivanovic, and playing through ball to Rasmus Elm, takes a really heavy first touch, gets a shot, the keeper makes a pretty good save. And again, Elm is so good in possession, I mean, like, really good in possession. But Ivanovic gets through again, 28th minute, nothing's going to stop him here. Will he get shot? We get shot when the keeper actually makes a save, which is quite hilarious, being honest, considering I said that nothing was going to stop him. But he started to panic a little bit, and he ends up giving the ball back, like, literally 4 minutes later. But here, Valdivia gets the ball, plays a through ball, again, through to Ivanovic, and Ivanovic's just like, I'm not going to stop this time, and he just pops it past the keeper. So, 1-0 up. And it comes to the 34th minute, he gets the ball with Poulsen, and he plays a through ball to Aubameyang, and I'm just like, what the hell? He pops him back in there. I'm like, no, that can't be, because he was offside. Yeah, he's offside. But here he gets the ball with Iakinta, runs down my right-hand side, and passes it back, but Sayan Gokhan's in the right place to clear the ball. And basically, that is half-time. Yeah, so half-time, I'm 1-0 up. And I've had 6 shots, 3 on target. He's had 2 shots, 2 on target. I've had not a lot more possession. I've had 1 more bit of possession than him. I'm going to the game plan. I see that he's bringing on Van der Merch, and I'm just like, god damn it. So Rash Terrell comes in for Mulgrew, and Mark settings, I get Burgard again to Mark Vandermarch, because because Hausawi was suspended from the last game, so of course he couldn't mark him. And I end up just making Burgard Mark Vandermarch, and it works again, works to a peach. But here, how is that a foul? Explain that to me. I thought he was actually going to get sent off, Burgard, but he ends up not getting sent off. I was like, what the hell? They started fighting, and I was just, no, that's not very nice. But here, he ends up getting a free kick, and he hits it really high and wide. But here, you'll see a lot of this in this not in this episode, but in just this match, a lot of Steven Fletcher just running down that right hand side. He just kept running across and again and again and again, and you'll see it a lot. But here, Vandermarch tries to get a shot away. Rashtarov clears it, Downing with the ball, and as you can see, I run past his right back, and Ivanovic makes a run, and I just like, screw you mate, you've been pinging it to Vandermarch all game, I'll ping it through to Ivanovic. Ivanovic through on goal, he pops it into the back of the net. So 56th minute, I scored my second goal, and here. Elm tries to get a shot away, tries to block him, but here Vandermarch basically just runs through my defence. I'm like, oh well, we're probably going to score, but he takes it too far, and Frezzolini makes a good save. And here Elm makes a great defensive tackle. I mean, look at that, that's a great block. And here basically I just clear it away, and again I'm through on goal with Steven Fletcher, and I'm sure I'm through on, yeah, I'm not through on goal, but get the ball and the game just ends. Steven Fletcher's just somehow my bad omen, and every time I get the ball from him, the game ends. How ridiculous, eh? But yeah, I went in 2-0, and, well, 1-0, and I had 14 shots, 9 on target. He had 6 shots, 3 on target, and my passing completion was much better than him, and I had a little bit same amount of possession at halftime as I did at full time. So, Ivanovic gets man of the match, and there's only one more match in this episode, and this is really not fair at all. You'll see what I'm talking about. I go into the match, and, well, I go in for a quick match, and I see my rating is 398. Would I get the special 400? Well, of course I would when I get faced with a team like that. Team's rated out 635, and that's basically the beginning. If you look at his team, he's got Eva Gesic, Jakaramak, Pacini, Richard Harty, Coimbra, Volum, Galeska, Houdeboy, Ackerberg, Menandinho, Makavshire. Like, if you look at his bench, he's bought no one. Like, it was so unfair. So I take out all my starting players more or less, except for Ivanovic, I think, and Valdivia, and I go out and play this guy, and this guy, you could just tell he didn't want to really play. He wanted just to finish the match as quickly as possible. So at the start, he takes his time, takes all 5 seconds before the game kicks off for him, and I'm sure he was just going, what the hell is the point of my life? But in the 4th minute, he does get through on goal with Glasgow, gets the shot away, and he actually hits the post. I mean, that's a bit unfortunate, eh? The 14th minute of the match, Brunt with the ball, Valdivia through to Ivanovic, and Ivanovic basically is playing alright. I mean, he's not playing the best, but Brunt gets the ball here, plays through ball to Gary Hooper, gets a shot away, and Ivanovic pops in with the rebound for 1-0 after 16 minutes. Comes to half time, and basically I've been dominating, of course, because of the fact that his team is pretty bad. His team is bad. Not even pretty bad. It's bad because, of course, it's the starter team. But he actually ends up playing the second half. I'm very surprised by that. Ivanovic here should score. I don't know what he was doing, or what I was doing. But Ivanovic again gets the ball here. There's a little first touch control for blasting it past the keeper for his second goal of the game. And this is possibly the best. This is my wonder goal of the episode. Brunt with the ball out to Rashtarov from the corner, takes a touch, and he just blasts it. I mean, look at that. That's his first goal since my reset of the team. But here, to give him a little bit of hope, I end up doing really bad defending, and Galaska pops it past Frezzolini. And I take out, I think it's Valdivia for Jamie Mackey, because Valdivia was a bit tired. And I was going to take out Brunt, but I decided to keep Brunt in there. There's no point taking Brunt out. I should have taken him out, I don't know why I didn't. But I ended up just leaving Brunt in, and he ends up doing really well for me. But Ivanovic, again, through on goal. I mean, I'm against Eva Gesic, he's not the best keeper, and he hits the post. How unfortunate for Ivanovic not getting his hat-trick. Ivanovic again plays a great ball through to Jamie Mackey, and Mackey's just like, thank you very much, and pops it into the back of the net. So 4-1 after 70 minutes, and Rashtarov here gets the ball. This is possibly some great passing play. Kevin Dahl up to Jamie Mackey, Mackey back heel to Ivanovic, Ivanovic through to Chris Brunt. Brunt first touch control up, and he just finesses it past Eva Gesic into the bottom corner. But here, this is possibly the most ridiculous goal I've ever scored in PES. I run about with Jamie Mackey, and he just keeps bringing his keeper out. I'm just like, what the hell are you doing? I like try and get my shot away. Like, nah, it won't. Pass back to Chris Brunt, 30 yards out, pops into the bottom corner. So yeah, I win 6-1. Yeah, 6-1 against a starter team. Basically, I don't really feel well doing that. It's really harsh. I had 18 shots, 11 on target. He had 4 shots, 3 on target. He actually scored a goal into me. I was like, that's fair enough. And Ivanovic got man of the match when Chris Brunt deserved it more. They both scored 2 goals, and I'm sure Ivanovic set up 1 and Chris Brunt set up 1. No, Ivanovic set up 2, so yeah, he does deserve it. But I gave the guy fair play, of course, and I'm into the fabled realm of top player. Someone going to face even harder opposition. Great, fantastic. So if you have enjoyed this episode of the Markcoos Mafia, subscribe to my channel for more from PES, FIFA, maybe some new stuff. And the next episode of the Markcoos Mafia is not going to be a normal episode. It's going to be a goal compilation of what has happened so far in my MLO series. And catch you later.